The year was 1984. Marvel Comics unleashed a story called Secret Wars. Heroes and villains were taken from Earth to a new planet called Battleworld. This planet was a patchwork world made of pieces of other planets. The reason for this cosmic abduction was a single powerful being called the Beyonder. He wanted to see a fight, good versus evil. The Beyonder was not from our universe. He came from a place called the Beyond Realm, outside the entire Marvel multiverse. His very nature was a mystery. He was an entire universe unto himself. His curiosity would change everything for Marvel's characters. His first appearance was striking. He was a voice, a command. He gathered the most powerful beings and promised the winners their deepest desires. This simple premise set the stage for epic battles. Doctor Doom, Magneto, the Avengers, the X-Men, all were pawns in his game. The Beyonder watched and learned. He was an observer, but his power was so great, his observation could shatter worlds. The creation of Battleworld itself was a feat of incredible power. The Beyonder ripped pieces from different worlds, stitched them together, created a sun and an atmosphere, all with a thought. This showed the scale of his abilities. He was not just a powerful alien, he was something more. The heroes and villains quickly understood they were dealing with a power beyond their understanding. The Beyonder was here, and nothing would ever be the same again. His presence was a question: what is the limit of power? And so, the stage was set for a cosmic showdown. The Beyonder's powers are difficult to truly grasp. He is often described as nigh omnipotent, almost all-powerful. He can manipulate reality on a vast scale, create life, and destroy galaxies with a mere whim. Think of anything you can imagine. The Beyonder can probably do it. He can change his form, teleport across universes, read minds, and control time. His power source is his very being. He is, in essence, a living universe. The energy he wields is immense, dwarfing the power of cosmic entities like Galactus or the Celestials. These beings are incredibly powerful in their own right, yet they are like insects compared to the Beyonder. He could erase them from existence if he chose. This is what makes him so terrifying. His power is absolute. There are no rules that bind him, except those he chooses to acknowledge or learn. His potential is limitless. One of his most famous feats is destroying a galaxy casually, just to make a point. He can also create complex systems like Battleworld and beings from nothing. He can warp the laws of physics and make the impossible possible. This reality warping is his signature ability. The universe is his canvas. He can paint whatever picture he desires. This level of control sets him apart. It is a power that can inspire awe and dread in equal measure. He is a true god in every sense of the word. What makes the Beyonder unique is not just his power, but his perspective. Initially unaware of concepts like good and evil, he did not understand desire or limitation. He was a blank slate with infinite power, making him unpredictable and dangerous. His journey to understand existence was a threat to existence itself. After the first Secret Wars, the Beyonder remained fascinated by humanity. He wanted to understand desire and life, so he came to Earth in Secret Wars 2. The Beyonder decided to experience life as a human, creating a human body for himself. He tried to eat, sleep, love, and understand the complexities of human existence. This was a dangerous experiment. A being of his power trying to fit into a mortal world. His attempts to live as a human were often disastrous. He did not understand social norms or human consequences. If he wanted something, he would take it. If something confused him, he might destroy it. His immense power was always just beneath the surface. A simple frustration could lead to reality-altering events. The heroes of Earth had to constantly watch him, guide him, and try to prevent him from accidentally unmaking reality. It was a tense and precarious situation for everyone involved. The Beyonder tried to find meaning and sought enlightenment. He interacted with many characters, fell in love, experienced betrayal, and learned about death. Each experience shaped him, but his understanding was always filtered through his alien mind. He could grant wishes and solve global problems in an instant, but he struggled with the simple act of being human. This storyline explored themes of power, responsibility, and what it means to be alive. It showed that even a god could be lost and confused. Ultimately, his experiment to live as a human was deemed too dangerous. His presence on Earth was a constant threat. The heroes and even some villains realized he had to be stopped or at least removed from their plane of existence. The culmination of Secret Wars 2 involved a massive confrontation. It took the combined might of many cosmic beings to deal with him. His journey as a human was profound, showing his potential for growth, but it also highlighted the immense danger he posed, even when he was trying to understand, not to conquer. The Beyonder's human experiment was a lesson in the limits of power and the complexities of existence. It was a story that left a lasting impact on the Marvel Universe. Many fans know Thanos, a powerful villain who wielded the Infinity Gauntlet and wiped out half of all life in the universe. This act showed the immense power of the Infinity Stones. Thanos is a strategic genius, a formidable warrior, and a cosmic threat of the highest order. For many, he is the ultimate Marvel villain, causing pain and destruction on a scale rarely seen. However, the Beyonder operates on a completely different level. Thanos, even with the Infinity Gauntlet, is still using a tool that channels the power of the universe. The Beyonder is a power comparable to many universes combined. He does not need a gauntlet or Infinity Stones. His own inherent power far surpasses them. He could likely create or destroy Infinity Stones if he wished. The gauntlet gives mastery over one universe. The Beyonder exists outside the multiverse and can affect it entirely. Consider their motivations. Thanos often seeks power, or to impress death, or to bring his own twisted sense of balance. These are understandable if extreme motivations. The Beyonder, initially, had no such motivations. He was driven by curiosity, a child with the power of a god, making him arguably more dangerous. Thanos can be reasoned with, perhaps outsmarted. The Beyonder, in his early appearances, was beyond such things. His actions were not driven by malice but by a profound lack of understanding of consequences for lesser beings. The threat level is simply not comparable. Thanos can destroy civilizations and threaten a universe. The Beyonder can destroy multiverses, rewrite the laws of existence, and unmake reality itself. If Thanos is a hurricane, the Beyonder is the weather system of an entire planet or perhaps the sun itself. The scale is just vastly different. While Thanos is a top-tier threat, the Beyonder is in a class of his own. He represents a cosmic danger that makes even someone like Thanos seem manageable by comparison. His power is truly beyond. The Beyonder's presence redefines what it means to be a cosmic threat in the Marvel Universe. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is expanding, exploring new concepts. The multiverse is now a central theme. Shows like Loki and films like Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness have opened the door. They have shown that the MCU is just one part of a much larger cosmic tapestry. This sets the stage perfectly for a being like the Beyonder, a being from outside the known multiverse. Rumors are swirling and fans are speculating. The next major Avengers film is titled Avengers: Secret Wars. The original Secret Wars introduced the Beyonder. It is highly likely that he will play a role in the MCU's version. How he will be adapted is unknown, but his presence would explain the multiversal chaos. It would provide a villain powerful enough to threaten everything. The MCU needs a new big bad after Thanos. The Beyonder fits that description perfectly. He is an ultimate threat. His potential appearance could reshape the MCU. He could be the catalyst for the entire Secret Wars event, creating a new battle world. This would allow for incredible crossovers and epic storytelling. The MCU has been building towards something big. The Beyonder could be that something. His arrival would signal that the stakes are higher than ever before. It would be a true test for all the heroes of the multiverse. There is also the possibility of a Beyonder Kang. Kang the Conqueror is already established as a multiversal threat. Perhaps the MCU will merge these characters. Or perhaps Kang will try to usurp the Beyonder's power. This would be an interesting twist, connecting the existing Kang storyline to the larger Secret Wars narrative. Whatever form he takes, the Beyonder's introduction would be a game-changer. It would elevate the cosmic side of the MCU to new heights. The MCU has carefully laid the groundwork for a multiversal saga. It did not happen overnight. It started with small hints. Doctor Strange introduced the concept of other dimensions. Ant-Man explored the quantum realm, a place outside normal space-time. These were the first steps. They prepared the audience for bigger ideas, showing that reality was more complex than it seemed. These early seeds were crucial for what was to come. They expanded the boundaries of the MCU. Then came Phase 4, diving headfirst into the multiverse. Loki was a key project. It introduced the Time Variance Authority, the Sacred Timeline, and the existence of infinite branching realities. The death of He Who Remains shattered this order, unleashing the multiverse in all its chaotic glory. This was a pivotal moment directly leading to the events of Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The consequences are still unfolding. What If explored alternate realities in an animated format. It showed the vast possibilities of the multiverse, introducing characters like Captain Carter and Strange Supreme. These stories, while not always directly impacting the main timeline, expanded the audience's understanding. They made the idea of different universes more familiar. Multiverse of Madness took this further. It showed heroes traveling between universes and the dangers of incursions when universes collide. This is a concept directly from the comics' Secret Wars storylines. All these events are not random. They are building blocks, creating a narrative landscape where a being like the Beyonder can emerge. The multiverse is unstable, fracturing. This is the perfect environment for a cosmic entity to take notice, or perhaps to be the cause of this instability. The MCU is clearly heading towards a massive multiversal conflict. The Beyonder is the logical antagonist for such a conflict. The stage is set, the cracks in reality are spreading, something big is on the horizon. Dr. Doom is one of Marvel's greatest villains. He is a genius scientist, a powerful sorcerer, and the ruler of Latveria. His ambition is limitless. He believes only he can save the world and bring order. To achieve this, he constantly seeks more power. He has challenged gods and cosmic beings before. He is never satisfied, always aiming higher. This relentless drive makes him incredibly dangerous and compelling. In the 2015 Secret Wars comic storyline, Dr. Doom achieved his ultimate ambition. The multiverse was collapsing due to incursions. Doom, with the help of Doctor Strange and the Molecule Man, confronted the Beyonders. He managed to steal their power, becoming God Emperor Doom. He created a new battle world from the remnants of dead universes and ruled this world with an iron fist. He was all-powerful, a god. This storyline was a masterpiece, showing Doom at his most powerful and complex. He saved reality in a way but also became its ultimate tyrant. If the MCU adapts Secret Wars, this is a major plot point they could explore. Imagine Dr. Doom, perhaps introduced properly in Fantastic Four, rising to challenge the Beyonder. Imagine him succeeding, even temporarily. This would be a shocking twist for MCU audiences. It would elevate Doom to a threat level far beyond anything seen before from a non-cosmic entity. The MCU could certainly adapt this. Perhaps Kang's technology or knowledge plays a part. Perhaps Doom uses his intellect and magic to find a weakness in the Beyonder. The idea of a human, even one as brilliant as Doom, usurping the power of a being like the Beyonder is audacious. It is classic Doom. It would make for an incredible narrative arc. It would also raise questions. What would Doom do with such power? Would he be a benevolent god as he believes, or a terrible one? The possibilities are fascinating. The prospect of the Beyonder and a new Secret Wars in the MCU excites many fans. It promises a story of immense scale, bringing together characters from across the multiverse. We could see different versions of heroes fighting side by side or against each other. The potential for epic battles and unexpected team-ups is huge. Fans love to speculate about which actors might return and which alternate reality characters might appear. This could be the biggest MCU event ever. However, there are also fears. Adapting such a powerful character is difficult. The Beyonder's power is almost absolute. How do you create meaningful conflict when the villain can do anything? There is a risk of him being too overpowered or, conversely, being nerfed too much to fit the story. Finding that balance will be crucial. Fans also worry about the complexity. Multiversal stories can become confusing if not handled carefully. The MCU needs to keep the narrative clear and engaging for all audiences. Many hope to see a faithful adaptation of the Beyonder's curious, almost childlike nature from his early appearances. This made him more than just a generic cosmic destroyer. His journey of understanding was part of what made him unique. Others want to see the sheer terrifying power. They want to feel the cosmic dread he can inspire. The 2015 Secret Wars also has many fans. They hope to see elements of that story, especially Dr. Doom's role. The expectations are very high. Marvel has a big challenge ahead. Ultimately, fan reaction will depend on execution. If Marvel can capture the grandeur and the thematic depth of the Beyonder's stories, it could be a triumph. It could redefine the MCU for years to come. The introduction of the Beyonder carries a huge implication. It could mean a massive reboot for the MCU, or at least a significant reshaping. A being with the power to create and destroy realities, could literally remake the universe. This is a power that Marvel Comics has used in the past to refresh its continuity. The 2015 Secret Wars event did exactly that. It ended the old Marvel universe and began a new one. The MCU might be heading for a similar moment. After Avengers Secret Wars, the MCU could look very different. Some characters might be gone, new versions of characters could be introduced, the timeline could be altered. This would allow Marvel Studios to streamline their universe. They could selectively keep what works and discard what doesn't. It would be a bold move, giving them a fresh canvas to work with for the next decade of storytelling. A soft reboot, driven by an in-story cosmic event, is a real possibility. This idea might worry some fans. They are invested in the current MCU. They love the characters and the history. A reboot could feel like a betrayal of that investment. However, it could also be exciting. It could bring back deceased characters in new ways. It could introduce long-awaited teams like the X-Men and Fantastic Four more seamlessly. It could fix any continuity issues that have emerged over the years. The Beyonder's power provides the perfect narrative tool for such a reset. He is the ultimate Deus Ex Machina. So what do you think? Is the Beyonder's arrival the end of the MCU as we know it? Or is it a new beginning? Could Doctor Doom truly become a god? How will our heroes face a threat that can unmake their very existence? The future is unwritten. The possibilities are infinite. The Beyonder is coming. And the Marvel Cinematic Universe may never be the same again. Share your theories. Share your hopes. The next saga is about to begin, and it promises to be beyond anything we have witnessed.